Hi everyone, so I obviously am here today to talk to you all about the breast implant illness, as I had my breast implants removed, so they're all gone now. I'll show you my scars. Yes, it's like pretty raw still because obviously it's been only 4 days. This one I actually have a tattoo, so he's done an amazing job to be able to go through that tattoo and try and fix it up for me. So heaps of the issues that I was having, it all started probably 3.5 years ago. So when I had my implants put in, after about 6 to 8 months after having them, I started getting really bad headaches. I started feeling really sick. I wasn't really sure if it was to do with my comp prep that I was doing currently. So it was really hard to figure out if it was actually something wrong with me or if it was just because of the prep that I was doing, because obviously when you're in comp prep you can feel pretty shit, and that's what I just thought it was. So I just kept putting it down to that, thinking no, it's just comp prep, it's just comp prep. And then as time went on, I started having really bad night sweats. So after probably 6 to 8 months of having my breast implants in, I would wake up in the night literally dripping in sweat. Like my body was so wet that I'd get out of the bed and I'd have to put a towel down because you would get back into the bed and you were freezing, like, because it was literally like someone had just poured a bucket of water onto the bed. And the smell that would come out of my body was like crazy. It was just like, it smelled like poison. Like my partner at the time, he was just like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like something that smells really bad. And I just thought, again, I thought, okay, it must be like, maybe it's, the apple cider vinegar detoxing my body. I don't know. Like I wasn't really on much vitamins or anything like that at the time. So I just thought maybe it's apple cider vinegar. I have no idea. Like it was sort of like my first proper prep that I had been doing. So I didn't really know what it was. But that went on for probably a good, maybe like 3 months or something like that. The night sweats, it slowly started to disappear. And then after that, I started getting the headaches, like really, really bad headaches. So I went to the doctors and I said to them that, I'm getting these headaches, I've been getting night sweats. Obviously, all those, the combination together was probably not ideal. So the doctor sent me off for a brain scan. And I had a brain scan thinking that, I don't know, I've got some brain tumor or something. Like I was literally like freaking out. And then I had my brain scan, it come back normal. The only thing that it said that I had maybe a bit of like my sinuses were quite bad, that I could nearly have my surgery to get rid of all the sinuses issues. And then what happened after that? Then I would go home after work. Sometimes I'd be at work and then I would have to go home and I'd vomit and have to just sleep. Like it was like a migraine, which I never usually get migraines. So that would happen quite a few times. And then brain fog, like you feel like you literally just forget everything, like you're literally getting memory loss. Like I still don't feel 100% now. Obviously, it's only been 4 days, so I can't really say that any of my symptoms have started disappearing or anything like that. Another one that I had, I've got literally a massive list here of everything that I went through. So I'm just going to go off this list because otherwise I'll forget. So another one was hair loss. I remember sending photos to my sister of my hair saying, should I be losing this much hair? Lucky I have thick hair, but it was like a lot of hair was coming out. I have photos which I will upload with this video of the amount of hair that I would lose every single day. Like I thought, oh my God, like I actually think I have cancer. Like I just felt like I was dying, like I was having all these issues. So the hair loss, then I started getting numbing in my fingers. So literally these 3 fingers would go yellow on my hands. And then I couldn't feel them. They'd state I'd be doing eyelashes and all of a sudden I'd see my hands go yellow and I would be freaking out, obviously trying to be calm and doing my clients' eyelashes. And then sometimes I'd be at the gym and my hands would go yellow. They would go numb again. My body should be warm. That shouldn't be happening really. and then I'd start to get pain down my arms, which then I started freaking out, obviously Googling my issues, which I shouldn't, and thinking that I'm going to die from a heart attack or something. And obviously my mum's mum, she passed away from a heart attack, so I was freaking out, thinking, okay, I'm gonna die, like, which I shouldn't be thinking the worst, but I was. And then obviously really sore eyes. My eyes would get really dry, really sore. I'd always constantly putting eye drops in my eyes, which, like, obviously I wear glasses, and my eyes, I'd go get them checked and they got worse. Like, my eyesight has gotten worse. They actually said to me that I could get surgery on my eyes. They've gotten that bad. So anxiety and stress, that's also another thing that I have been going through. I don't feel like I was really stressed, but I was stressing about everything that was going on, and feeling like I had anxiety, but I couldn't put it down to if it was anxiety, if it was pain in my chest, because, like, the pain that I was having in my chest, which has been there for months, it feels like someone has kicked me in my chest, and I've just, like, been winded, like, constantly. Like, if I still hunch like this, it still is quite sore. And yeah, so, you know, everyone's like, oh, you probably just got anxiety, Jade, like, it's just anxiety. And then I started thinking, like, you know, do I have anxiety? Like, is it anxiety? I don't even know, like, which I have had anxiety before. I've been through, like, really bad times in my life, but it just felt different. And, you know, my sister actually said to me that, you know, we've seen Jade so bad before. This is different. Like, this isn't, like, she doesn't have anxiety. It's not anxiety, it's something else. And then, you know, my mum and my sister both said, you know, maybe it's your boobs, Jade. And I was just like, no way, like, as if it can be my boobs. Like, how can it be your boobs? Like, that's just stupid. And so, you know, I just kept brushing it off. I kept having more issues. I was having random vomiting. I'd wake up through the night and I'd just vomit, and then I was thinking, am I pregnant? Like, because I started having irregular periods. Like, I wouldn't get my period for sometimes like 3 months, like, or I'd get it for a couple of days and then it would disappear. Like, it just was crazy. And obviously I wasn't pregnant. And then I went and got my hormones checked. It come back saying that I have low progesterone level, which is a little bit scary because obviously if it's low, you can't have kids. So yeah, that has been like a bit of a worry. And yeah, so hormones are not great, but they have actually gotten better now. Like, my periods have been irregular, like, getting better, and, like, been every month my period has actually come on time. And that was another thing. I put it down to comp prep because, you know, like, some girls will lose their period in comp prep, and it did happen probably towards the, like, last 3 months of my comp, which still, like, I don't feel like you should lose it that far out. And it's only really happened to me a couple of times in comp prep, but I just can't compare because I've always had my breast implants when I've done every single comp. So I don't really know what was going on. I just kept putting everything down to comp prep. I never thought at once that it could be my boobs. And then I'd have back pain, muscle pain, obviously, again, thinking it's because of the gym, like, I'm going to the gym too much. But then I started getting this pain in my back that every time, like, I'd be doing eyelashes, it was just this pain that, to the point where, like, I just wanted to get up and just cry and walk out of work because it was just so painful through my back. And it was, like, on the other side of my breast. So I don't know, like, then I started thinking, you know, could it be my breast implants? And then people started telling me about breast implant illness, and I'm thinking, what? Like, is this actually a thing? So then I started, obviously more issues happen. Had no energy, always tired, really bad bloating. So, like, I still have, obviously, the bloating issues at the moment. Like, as I said, it's only been 4 days, so I can't really compare if it's going to be different or not yet. Breathing issues and chest pain, like, I still feel like it's still there a bit. Like, I feel like I can't get a full deep breath yet. And the pain through here, like, is still there. But on my sternum, where I am quite sore, like, if I touch there, I can actually feel my ribs connecting onto my sternum now, which I actually couldn't before getting them out. So that was another bit of concern. Like I was thinking, is there like a lot of build-up from scar tissue? I wasn't really sure what was going on, but I think it was just a lot of strain and stress around this area that was happening. So obviously over the past 3.5 years, like I ended up having the brain scan because I got diagnosed with vertigo. I was on medication for vertigo. That slowly ended up just disappearing. My eyes got worse. And then I had a colonoscopy and endoscopy because I was having all the gut issues, thinking like what's going on inside my body. Like I had no idea. Found out that I had a bacteria in my gut, which is called Halobacteria. I can't pronounce it properly. I just call it HP because it's easier. So I ended up getting diagnosed with that bacteria. I obviously had that through my last prep for IFBB, which was, I wish I knew earlier because I had a lot of gut issues. Like I'd constantly bloat, and that bacteria is a really bad cause of that, which I have no idea where this bacteria come from. I have seen other girls say that they've developed bacteria from getting breast implants. So that was another trigger for me thinking, okay, well, all these things are starting to line up, and I guess I just kept not wanting to believe it. And then I had the camera down my throat, everything come back normal, the brain scan come back normal. I ended up getting diagnosed with food intolerance, which was for dairy, and I've never had issues with dairy before. I've always been maybe a little bit sensitive to dairy, but nothing like I am now. Like my stomach will go massive. I feel sick. I'll be sick for a few days. Like if I eat it now, I thought, should I go vegan? Should I cut out meat? Like I had no idea. Like I just was trying everything, and it would be good for a little bit, and then it would just go shit again. But definitely cutting out the dairy has been really good for my gut, and so that had been really good. I wasn't bloating as much, but then I still had this pain all through my chest, and the back pain and the tiredness, all the other issues I was still having. So I thought, okay, this is weird. Like, what else can it be? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And then I went to emergency 3 times because I literally felt like I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I was getting pain through my chest. I started getting pain in my face. If you Google all those signs, it is a heart attack. So I was freaking out and went to hospital. They checked everything come back fine. They done a chest scan, everything's normal. I'm like, I just felt like I was going crazy. I felt like an idiot that I would go to hospital and nothing would. I'm getting really emotional now because it was just so frustrating that no one would believe that something was wrong with me. Okay. And then anyway, see in a minute. Yeah, so then I went to the doctors, would go into the doctors, and they would just think I'm crazy. Literally had one doctor saying to me that I had one doctor say to me that, we have so many girls come in here that say they've got all these issues, and they come in and they say they've got all these issues, and oh my God, I can't even talk. So the doctor would say to me that they have so many girls come in there and say they come in and they think they've got all these issues, and then they don't. And obviously when I got my test come back and it said that I had that bacteria and my hormones were not okay. And another thing, my liver was also coming back funny. And I just think, I'm healthy. I don't barely go out and drink because I'm always usually in comp prep. I shouldn't be having issues with my liver. I shouldn't really be having issues with my hormones. I shouldn't be having chest pains and all this stuff happening. I'm not that old, and all this stuff was happening to me. So I started getting really upset at the doctors and pushing. And then in the end, then I added some groups on Facebook for breast implants, and I seen how many girls were going through literally all the same symptoms that I had, and I just couldn't believe it. And then, I was speaking to other people that were getting them removed, putting posts on Instagram, getting other feedback, talking to people that had been on Current Affair. There was just so many girls, and I just felt like I just couldn't believe it. And then for the first time, like, in my life, I actually felt like I wasn't alone. Like, I finally felt like that I had found someone to help me. Oh, I don't know why I'm so emotional. And then I went onto the Facebook pages, and I found about there was a recall list on breast implants, and I thought, what? Like, I had no idea there was a recall list. And I went on to the page and obviously looked through, and like, I asked someone, do you know if mine are on the recall list? And then a girl messaged me saying, oh my God, your breast implants are on the recall list. And I thought, what does that even mean? Like, how can something that's in your body be recalled? Like, when something gets recalled on a car, like, they fix it, or they will tell people because it's dangerous. I'm just like, what the hell? Then I started freaking out. And then I found out, obviously, they're on the recall list. Why they're on the recall list? And the reason they were on the recall list is because they're causing this rare cancer in your lymph nodes. And I thought, great, that is just fantastic. And I don't know if anyone believes in like psychics or anything like that. I did have someone tell me that my health wasn't the best, and like, she did say to me that, oh, you know, who's got cancer, like, and obviously I was like, oh my God, like, you know, I've had all these issues. I'm thinking, do I have cancer? Like, I don't know. Like, she wasn't really sure, but obviously it wasn't me that had cancer. Apparently someone around me has cancer. And yeah, anyway, I just was really freaking out about that. And yeah, so I went and got tested for the cancers, thinking, oh my God, like, it's going to come back saying that I've got cancer, knowing my luck. I literally have the worst luck. But it didn't. It all came back clear. I didn't have the cancer. Every time I would go get checked for everything that I thought I was having issues for, it would keep coming back normal, which is what a lot of the girls would say. Like, you can do that many tests, you can keep going, get test, so many tests done, and it will just come back normal. Nothing, there's no proof that breast implant illness is actually a thing. So it's really hard, like, you know, to make a decision to get the breast implants out, and then, you know, what if it doesn't work? What if you get this surgery done and you don't even feel any better, and you still go back to the doctors and you look like you're crazy again? So yeah, like, I don't really know. I still don't know. Obviously, it's been 4 days, like I said, and yeah, so I guess time will tell. The first thing I did notice, though, when I woke up, I have photos of my eyes. They say that the first thing you'll see is your eyes, like, they look clearer and not as dark underneath or like tired looking. And the photo that I have that was literally 6 hours apart is insane. Like, I could not believe it. Like, I feel like a different person in those photos. Like, I look at the before photo before going in for surgery and then after, and it feels like it's two different people. Like, it's just so crazy. Like, yeah, so that's the first thing that I have noticed. The other thing is probably just being able to fit into clothes right now, like, and not feeling so wide and like a bit more proportion in my body. Like, that's been really good. And yeah, like last night I was laying in bed and I got really excited. Obviously, I'm still a little bit sore where the cuts are, but it's getting better, and obviously the nerves are still trying to reattach. But I got really excited and I laid on my stomach, and I was like, oh my God, like, I can actually lay on my stomach. Like, this is so good. Like, I felt so comfortable. But then I got stuck and had to get my partner to help me roll back over, because obviously I couldn't push myself back up yet. But yeah, like, I just feel like sleeping is already so comfortable. I have obviously had a lot of people asking me, you know, how do they look now? Like, are they really saggy? Like, do you have a lot of excess skin? Like, that was obviously my biggest concern. Like, I was really worried of how they were going to look. Like, I thought I was going to have no boobs anymore. Like, but I guess for me, I was quite lucky. I already had D size breast implants before I got them, which I know a lot of girls would look at me right now and think, what the hell, why did you get them? Because you didn't need them. And I did get told that, but no, I didn't listen, as I always seem to do that. Mum and everyone around me tried to tell me not to do it, but no, I didn't listen. So I ended up with after getting them, like probably the first few months, they were an F, so they went to a D to an F. And then after that, they ended up going to an E, and then that was why, and then they sort of sat at like an E or a double D in the end. So really, like they were bigger, but yeah, like I didn't really feel like they were that big to me. Like I already kind of knew what boobs felt like, so it wasn't that like huge for me. So obviously when I got them removed, I woke up and I was like, oh my God, like this is so weird, like looking down, like, you know, and just feeling them, I was like, oh, like this is different. And yeah, the surgeon said to me, he said that, you know, I'm really lucky, I don't really have excess skin. So I was like, oh my God, thank God, that's like amazing. I was also lucky with my cuts, like a lot of girls will have to get a really, really big cut open and then sometimes drains put in. I didn't have to have any of that because I had really a lot, like my capsules, which normally forms around the breast implants when they're in to protect the breast implant. Mine was actually really, really thin. It was like thinner than paper, he said. So he didn't really have to remove much of that at all. There was a little bit, but not much. So I was lucky that I've only ended up with tiny little cuts literally through the same cut that I already had. So they should heal quite well because they did heal really, really good last time, like you could hardly see them. But yeah, my surgeon, he was really great. A lot of girls on that page, I did put up a post and I was a little bit disappointed from some of the girls that were saying to me, oh my God, your surgeon, Dr. Wok, he is a cosmetic surgeon and he can't perform the other procedure and blah, blah, blah. And then I started freaking out because I've just woke up and had the surgery done by him. And he was the one that actually put my breast implants in. And I went back to him because he was really amazing. Like I was happy with the job that he done. I thought he looked after me really well. And when I called him about them being on the recall list and all the issues that I had been having, and he actually said to me, if I was you, I'd get them removed. It doesn't sound like you're having, like it sounds like something's not right. And he believed in breast implant illness, like he believed it was a thing. He said he's removed so many girls before and, you know, they all come back and say that all their symptoms are gone. And so, yeah, he made me feel really comfortable and he actually waived his fee for me and I only ended up having to pay for the hospital fee. So I was like so grateful for him doing that for me. So I was quite like upset when everyone was saying to me that, you know, he can't do that procedure. So yeah, that did hurt me a bit hearing all that from those girls. But, you know, that's social media for you. Sometimes there's going to be people that are going to say shit and like sometimes you've just got to try and let it go. And anyway, on the Monday when I had my follow-up appointment with him, I did mention to him like what people were saying. And I asked, you know, like, can you not do that? Like, do you not perform that? Like, even though I had already asked this, and he said he does do that. He's done many, like he's showed me photos. He has done that for girls. He's put drains in. Obviously, he said I didn't need all that stuff. And if he like had to do all that, he would have done it. And clearly, like, I think, you know, at the end of the day, he wasn't getting paid to do my procedure that day. So why would he want me to come back after he's just performed like another surgery on me that he's not getting anything for? Like, that would be so stupid because obviously if it went wrong, like I'm going to go back and complain, he's going to have to do it again. And, you know, like that's not what he's going to want. So yeah, if anyone is looking for a surgeon, I highly recommend Dr. Wok. Like I think he was amazing. And yeah, like I wouldn't believe what everyone says sometimes because they're not always right. But yeah, each their own, and you know, just do what like you think is going to make you happy, and you know that's all you can do at the end of the day. But yeah, so pretty much that is my story. I am going to keep you all updated. Obviously, I don't know how long it takes for people to start feeling that symptoms go away. But if you are thinking about getting breast implants, I would definitely be doing your research on it, because I did not do any research. I just thought, you know what, I want boobs. The reason I got them was because I had boobs, but I wanted to lay down. I wanted them to be perfect all the time. I wanted to wear clothes that, you didn't need to wear a bra. I just wanted them to literally look how they do with a push-up bra all the time, 24/7. And yeah, I guess right at the end of the day, now I've realized that it's not all about that. It shouldn't matter if you've got boobs or if you don't have boobs. It does not make you as a person. I know it might make you feel more confident, but if you end up going through breast implant illness, if this really is a thing, I honestly would not wish it on anybody, because it is the most horrible thing I've probably ever gone through in my life. And it has only been the last 3.5 years that I've had any issues. I've never used to have issues. I never would feel sick. I'd be fine all the time. And then it's only ever since I've had the breast implants, that's the only thing I can put it down to. So yes, I am really excited to see if I will feel different after having them out now, and how long it will take me to feel better in myself. If I really hope this pain goes through, this pain that's in my chest, I really hope that goes away. That's probably my biggest thing, that I just want it to go, and be able to actually take big deep breaths properly again. I can sort of, but it just still feels like it's there a little bit. But yeah, I guess, I still am recovering from getting them removed. And I'm really eager to see if my intolerance end up disappearing over time. Obviously, I'm not going to go and eat some dairy right now or anything like that. Maybe, in 12 months time I might test it out and see what happens, but I'm not that fast. I haven't missed it that much anyway. I feel like I could easily just adapt to not having it now. It doesn't really bother me. It's more that it's just a little bit annoying sometimes. It's in a lot of products and you just have to be careful, checking all the products now. But yeah, I think I haven't had the numbing in my fingers. I haven't had, I can't really tell with my hair obviously right now, but yeah, I still am I'm not sure about the bloating, because obviously all the medication that I've had has made me constipated, so that has not been fun at all. But I'm definitely going to do an update video in, I don't know, maybe another few weeks, or when I start to notice some things happening, I will definitely track it and go from there and see what happens. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything you want to ask me, send me a message. I'm open to answering anyone's questions or anything like that. But thanks for watching, and yeah, bye.